Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. And when we last left off, we spread our wings into Norway and pretty much knocked them out. Norway only exists in just a few provinces here. Denmark is getting really big, and I think Denmark will be our next target. They're also no, those are Hungarian peasants. I was going to say they're also fighting rebels, but unfortunately that is our buddy Hungary. Now, we're not going to help him with those rebels, of course. Let him deal with it, but all's well that ends well. Before we begin, I want to say that this is the first time I've played since the 1.26 Dharma upgrade, which adds estates and a whole bunch of other stuff to the base game, which rendered this save incompatible. So from this point forward, we'll be continuing to play on 1.25.1 until the game is over. If we ever come back to EU4, I'll be on the latest patch and go over the estates and the things that were not included in the base game before today. Well, today as of me recording this, not today as of you watching it. But without further ado, let's begin. We have some provincial unrest in Bratsburg. Really, really bad. We are reforming them. Well, first we're coring them. Do we want to reform them? Maybe. I mean, sure. High unrest, though. We've got 23k ready to go, though. If we were to look at the unrest, Bratsburg, and which separatists are those? Are those indeed, the Norwegian separatists? They can raise 17. So we will keep our terrible heir in charge of Bratsburg here while the cores fire. We can also... Let's see, we're working on the truce. You know, let's keep fabricating some claims here on Norway. Let's fabricate a claim. Let's see, I believe we already have one on Agershus. Romsdal would be a good one to seize for the trade power. And we still have 35 spy networks, so let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on Smalling. Now, which trade node is that in? Actually, that is Lubeck trade node. We kind of want to work north up here and in here if we could, but I don't know if we will be able to claim that. We could claim Trondelag, and then we might be able to get our way into Jamtland. We'll have to see. Now, when our troops are ready to go, I think once everything is cored and we're nice and stable and all of our troops are ready to march this way, we will be more than willing to pounce Denmark. Now, who are Denmark's allies, I wonder? Slavonia. That is it. Oh, good. Oh, goody. Yeah, Slavonia. Yeah, let's see. Allied with Sardinia, Verona, Spoleto, and Calabria. I don't think we want anything from Slavonia, and in fact, it's pretty far down there, isn't it? That's Swabia. It's somewhere down here, and we don't want any land down there as of yet, so we won't co-belligerent them. They can't call in their own allies. It'll pretty much be just Denmark versus us and maybe a minor down here. We also separated from Leon. We should have a truce with Leon until 64. That will allow us to move down in here. However, it looks like Genoa is moving on Leon as well, and I don't believe we can fabricate claims across 2 sea tiles. So unfortunately, that plan might come to a stop. So let's go ahead and play at speed 3. Get this ball rolling. Sure, we will maintain with Hungary for sure. A nice, powerful central ally on the eastern part of the Holy Roman Emperor. You know, it's not going to be bad. I believe Austria still is the Holy Roman Emperor, by the way. Yes, indeed. Waiting for the pop-up for that for sure. We've got our 3 merchants doing stuff. We've got our 3 colonists out there. We're starting to learn about modern-day Mexico, Texas. We can see the Wichita out there around modern-day Oklahoma. So not bad indeed. Were we sending a colonist here, I wonder? I believe we were indeed, 92 days away. Nope, Venice, you can go pee up a rope, good sir. All right, good news. We get diplomatic relations +1 for 10 years. That's fine. I don't want to really cancel. I don't want to make a good truce just to cancel a truce. Did we cancel with... Oh no, Jamaica. 38 brave troops. If we cancel the alliance with the Powhatan, that'll be fine. We'll have a truce with them. But we might be able to swing that for our colonies. I mean, why not? Make them happy. We are also working on Jamaica down here. And this is part of Cuba as well. So we have some troops sitting around not doing a whole awful lot that could contribute to the war effort up here for sure. That's Norwegian separatists in Denmark. Will they cross? Norway considers this to be a core. They may. They'll be marching into us. No, they're marching away. I mean, that's good. If Denmark cannot control these separatists, this might actually become part of Norway again. And then we could just beat up on Norway. It would invalidate our claim, I believe. But, yeah, we could keep on marching. But as I was saying, we've got people over there in Cuba not doing a whole awful lot. Let's get our transport ships over there. Blue Squadron. Go ahead and head on down here to Cuba, please. And we can go ahead and pick up some of these guys. Jamaica is self-sustaining. And did that go to Cuba? I believe it did. Yes, indeed. So how is our little subjects? 6% Liberty Desire and 0% Liberty Desire. You know what? We can top off relations. We have the extra diplomat. Let's go ahead and improve relations with Cuba. All right, so we're done with Austria. We'll recall that diplomat. We'll top off with our buddies in Aquitaine, I believe. Yeah, improve relations 85, so we can go ahead and improve those. Keep Aquitaine nice and happy. All right, a great advisor is dead. That was our military guy. So this is... Oh, man, look at that heir. Octavius. So did our old... Okay, so yeah, this was our old terrible leader. And George I is leading this army. So the leader of Great Britain himself, leading this army. Coming up, we have an amazing heir as far as military skill is concerned. Average overall with a 135, but amazing military focus. I don't think we need to spend the extra money on Alfred, but we could do morale, just base morale, seems good. So a 33-year-old morale guy should be fine. We'll still fall a little bit behind on the ideas, but if our leader gets trounced, then I mean we'll be okay. Now we do have 8 years to catch up. Oh, religious turmoil in Slavonia? That's a shame. We do have a little bit to catch up. Conquistador has died, unfortunately. Here comes our transports into port. Yeah, let's let them heal up for a month. Outstanding. Oh, no. All right, go ahead and attach to the transport. We'll swing on over and pick up the guys from Jamaica. Only 9 men died there. All right, the government that governs the least governs as best. Our non-involvement has proved beneficial and the local economy is booming. Local trade, 100%. Taxes, 100%. Manpower. Well, we don't need manpower by any stretch of the imagination. Taxes are always good. This will allow us to build those manufactories quick, fast, and in a hurry and get that big payday. And trade power, I mean, we've already got some pretty impressive trade power in the nodes that we do control. So we will go taxes. We'll just go straight up money. I believe we can build a manufactory now. Almost 475. All right, let's park her up. Get these 12 on the boats, please. And then get these guys over to, let's say, Bayamo. And then we'll march these guys down here through friendly territory. And let Cuba sort of go on their own devices. All right, shacked up there. Should only be a matter of time, yes indeedy, before our 17K can come back. An alliance from the Teutons. Sorry, good sir. Don't want them, couldn't use them, couldn't afford them if I did. All right, so 17 troops. Where are we going to plop the 17 troops? Let's plop them in Stavanger for now. We can support it. And then that will just give us a big sieging, like, just smash your face force for Denmark. All right, 491. Let's build us another manufactory in Ghent. Looks good. And I wonder how close we are to that mission to build manufactories. I mean, we should be pretty close, I would think. Once we do that, we'll get 1,800 ducats, 1815. So that's going up, good production efficiency. And that will lead to Imperial Conquest. And that is 1,000 total development. So that's even more. Oh, nice. So the Battle of Donegal Bay, we sunk a lightship with our 3 heavies and 23 transports. So we just happened upon one of the pirates. And we made do. Sweet. So these guys can reinforce. Sounds good. Should be only a matter of time before we can fabricate another claim, I believe, and then we will be ready to go on Denmark. We need 35 spy network strength. We want to try to get as many of those claims as possible. So we've got 23 with 12 and 11. Our combat width is what? And our supply limit is what? 29. All right, so we're bringing back with us sheer infantry, and there's our cav. If this is going to be our main combat stack, we want the 4 cav here, which will be 27. And I think that is our combat width as well. Let me take a look. Yes, indeed. So if we pull off the 4 cavalry there and move them down to Bratsburg, we can do that. And I think we can have... All right, we'll recall that diplomat there from Aquitaine. Okay, so who else are we allied to? Like, who's our friends? I need to know. All right, so we are allied to Hungary, Aragon, and Aquitaine. That's right. We could afford a little more. Let's go ahead and top off the relations there. Now, I don't believe I have the macro builder that shows who would accept an alliance right now, and in fact, I don't, unfortunately. We don't have unrest to lower autonomy, so we're not too awful worried about that. We can't ally Byzantium. Can we ally Pomerania? That might be good. You are allied to Hungary, Cilicia, and Polotsk. Okay, sure. So Pomerania might not be too bad. They will be sort of another buddy on the eastern side of the Holy Roman Empire. That, what I'm thinking, is a big pinch maneuver, that when we can start declaring war on the interior, we can have Pomerania come in, Hungary come in, Aquitaine come in, Aragon come in, and us from the north, and just squeeze the ever-living crap out of the center. That's going to be my ultimate goal here. There's 35 spy network strength. Before we lose that, let's fabricate claims. And we have Bullhausen and Smilane, which are both in the Lubeck trade node. We have one province in the Lubeck trade node as of now. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and get a claim on, say, Smilane while we're here. And then we need us a diplomat. So let's go ahead and pull them back from Denmark. We're doing some spy stuff. I don't know how many troops are in Denmark right now. That is the question. So we've got 12 and 4 with 11 cannon in the back. I think we need to seek out the Denmark army. However many that is. Let's check the ledger. Let's check the military for armies. Let's go with the countries. And let's go to the Denmarkies. 35,000 total troops with 12,000 manpower, 21 infantry, 7 cav, 7 cannon, with a 38 force limit. So they've almost built up to their force limit. Are they involved in any wars right now? They are not. They have a lot of truces, but they aren't in any wars. Interesting enough. So if we were to declare, Slavonia would join. But almost not really. Attitude towards the enemies are really good. All right, Slavonia. Can we convince Slavonia, wherever you are, Slavonia, can we send diplomatic relations here? I think we can. I think it would be worthwhile for relative strength of the alliance and all that good stuff to not have to worry about Slavonia. If we were to look at Slavonia here, how many troops do they have? Yeah, another 12,000 would be added, and they would start coming down here and just being an overall nuisance. So I believe we will spend time to improve relations with Slavonia for the time being, until the point where they no longer want to defend Denmark, and then that's when we can face them with the total blunt of the force. Looks like they're actually dealing with rebels. This almost seems like the perfect time to strike. Let's come back from Aragon, so we have a diplomat ready to go at a moment's notice. We're really improving relations here. Denmark, declare the war. 42 and 32. So still no attitude towards enemies. Rebels, Norwegians. Do we wait and see? Because Bergen-Schuss is about to fire, 0.7 years. So you know what? We will not go to war just yet. We'll keep them in Slavonia. We'll fight the rebels if indeed they arise. Who are you? You're an infantryman. That's our combat with. Stavanger. Yeah, we're trying to convert it. It's at 0%. Let's pull that back. Protestant zealots. Hopefully that lowered the unrest. Yeah, that just straight up got rid of the unrest there. Force or supply limits 32 here. We'll move these troops in as sort of a backup just in case that fires. We could jump in there really quickly. So we've got 18k troops there, 27 there. The stack of Norwegians. And I mean, in just a week's time, we're going to be cored. Nice, so we're cored up. That should lower the unrest a bit. They're at 90% though. They're still looking to fire. Stavanger is huge. Bergen-Schuss is huge. Rightful provinces are held by other nations. Our government seems to be making no effort to recover them. What are the use anyway? Proclaims the broadsheet. Cologne's opinion. Put a positive spin. Loosen prestige, and we lose the claim on Zealand. Yeah, I don't think we're marching on Zealand just yet. We'll revoke the claim. We'll lose a little bit of prestige. Because I kind of want to focus up here on Denmark. Which we shall do as soon as these guys fire. Hopefully they will fire. Denmark is now the papal controller. Uh-oh. So we're about to attack the controller of the papacy. Interesting indeed. Slavonia will still defend, but 8. The trust, the Danish diplomatic reputation. Hopefully we can get the attitude towards enemies up. There's Bergen-Schuss. Oh, crap. So that's a pretty sizable army, our 9.4 troops. March up, please. Let's go ahead and assign our leader. Our bold leader, George I. Will lead these troops to victory. Reykjavik is now part... Are you serious? We're gonna hold out. Oh, that was rough. But we ended up killing a ton. Those guys are retreating. Those 20 are trying to take the fort, but we should be the defenders. Yes, indeed. Or, no, we weren't. But we go ahead and we took them out. All right, so troop attrition. There's some for the manpower pool. All right, so we're still really ahead of time on diplomatic tech. We could promote a culture. We get the... Is that the glaze? Not sure. We're at a 13% penalty. Kind of wish we just had something else to spend our points on. And the next admin tech is the idea group. So we don't want to go ham bone and spend all of our diplomatic points. We already have a really good admiral who is in charge. Man. Is there anything we can do diplomatically here with diplomatic points? Man, I don't actually believe so. Is there any actions we can do? That's admin points, because of course. Release one of your colonial nations. No. That's going to be a big no. We can recruit an explorer. Oh, we've got rebels. A 5K in Orkney, huh? Well, they're not making any headway. Yeah, I think we kind of need to get on that. Sure. All right. Troops, go ahead and get up here to Bergenschutz. We will go ahead and shift consolidate. Pull out the damaged units, because we don't need a whole heaping heck of a lot. Select that, get on the boats. And we'll go ahead and land right there. Surprise! Yeah, we'll take out that 5K easily, and because that is a fort, we'll be the automagic defenders. We're going to surround them, flank them, do all that good stuff. Smashy smash. That's the last of them. All right. Back on the boat. Back up to Denmark, if you please. Or those formerly known as Norway. We're not going to be the defender of the faith. We need another manufactory in Glamorgan. Sure, sounds good. Use some of our manpower pool up here. Yeah, Den Haag. That was a nice idea for the HRE. All right, so how are things going with Denmark if we declared the war? Yeah, it kind of looks like they're just going to go for it anyway. The war exhaustion is ticking down. Oh, good. I planned for that. 9 brave troops died in that struggle. How many Diplo points can we hold? 1,100. So we'll hold on to it. If we can sneak the admin tech, then we can take that, then the idea group for diplomatic, and then use all of these points. So that's what I think I'll do. I'll hold on to those Diplo as much as possible. All right, no time like the present. Let's get to it. Let's declare war on Denmark. Slavonia will come in. None of our allies will join. And I think Romsdal or Romsdal should be the war goal. We'll go ahead and confirm. We'll put our leader in charge down here, George, to take on the bulk of the army. All right, so do we focus on forts first? I think we shall. And then you can focus on the war goal. All right, so their allies should be called in. No problemo. There's the Denmark ships. I don't think we have to worry too much about the Denmark Navy. If I were to select a mission, no, we cannot hunt the Danes. But we will try to get in there with our admiral. See if we can sort of blockade the strait a bit. Force them to come to us. All right, so that's going to be theirs. This is going to be theirs. We can try to get Skarborg. We'll break off the siege there. March up to Trondelag. Yeah, there's a 22 stack right there. And they are engaging. They've got 4 heavies. Holy crap. Yeah, that's bad news, Bears. Can we get basing rights in Pomerania real quick, fast, and in a hurry? Fleet basing rights. Yes. Hey, Pomerania. Oh, it's going to take a day, isn't it? So they're going to arrive June 4th. There's the 2nd of June. Fleet basing rights. Let's get out of here. June 6th, June 4th. June 8th. Crap. We cannot get through. We're going to have to retreat up a bit. That is for sure. As soon as we can retreat, we need to do so. All right, export licenses. Losing legitimacy for taxes. Or Cologne? No. Gain that legitimacy. All right, when can we retreat? The 16th of June. Just hold out until then. All right, you guys are good. You 8.3 can just stay right there. Detach the siege and start carpeting. Does that have a fort? No. Okay. So we held 2 there. We need how many cannon? 10. So we'll keep our 11 cannon there. That's fine. Yeah, let's just keep the whole army there just in case. And then we'll do some sweep and clear with that. Okay. Speed 2, so we can see what's going on here. We are taking a bit of a beating. One more day, but I don't think we're going to run. Let's stick with it. Let's see what we got here. If we start rolling terribly, we'll be okay. Yeah. How about that? All right, Ramsdal is ours. These guys should leapfrog up. We want this 1K to march around there. Might as well start in Ackershus then. Is this protected by a fort? I believe it is. Yeah, it's this fort right here. So we'll detach that siege. And I think the separatists were marching up here to try to take that as well. So we're not going to play with them too awful much. All right, so we'll break off a siege here and go up to Dahl. And we're about to win this naval battle. How about that? Good rolls, good admiral. There we go. So we lost 1 and 2. We sank 8 and 3. We captured a ship as well. So now let's get back out of here and repair up if we can. And then I think we can detach the siege and head up to Verminland as well. Oh, that's an 18 stack. Can we retreat? Can we scorch the earth a bit? Let's see. That would definitely be nice if we could slow them down. Because well, I mean, shoot. We haven't really made any positive siege status, have we? Yeah, siege status was 0. As soon as they get locked in, we will engage them as well. So we'll go a few days here. There, they're locked. In we come. So we're going to bring the boom. This is going to be 14 infantry, 4 cav. So they'll flank us at first. There we go, reinforced. They rolled a 0. We haven't got cav completely, but we do have cannon. Cannon, very powerful. Even though we rolled a 0. So yeah, we killed way more than we lost. We killed a whole lot of cavalry. Okay, so let's keep that .9 there. Do we go chase them down? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, we can't get around the fort anyway. So let's just pay attention to that. We'll see if we can get this fort down. We'll let the manpower recover. We'll start taking some provinces. All right, so Trondelag is good, but we need to keep this 1 stack here to keep it from being taken back by that fort. We do have the war goal. These guys are marching all around. Ships are being repaired nice and lovely. All right, so once we get this siege down, we'll reinforce with this 2K troop here. There we go. There's the surrender. Get down here if you please. All right, so I think they're going to be okay. We can get to there. All right, let's wrap around to Narc. And hopefully we can take this fort right dead center. Oh, and take a look at that. The colonies. Cuba going for the blockade. How about that? That's pretty awesome. I mean, they're trying. Oh, here come the 13 colonies. The 13 colonies have made their way. I wonder if they have any transports. 3 transports. Are they dropping off troops? Oh, more power to you guys. That is amazing. Oh, man, look at the 13 colonies go. The colonies doing the work. Kinda. 13 versus 2. I mean, it kind of looks one-sided. All right, so we've got control there. Until we take the fort, we can't give up control. Once this 1.9 falls, or this province here, will be good. Still repairing up those ships there. Okay, so these 15 are marching down to open land. All right, so we can go ahead and pull these guys off and get them to Smilane. Nice. Hold these guys here until the fort falls. We might be able to just break off. Okay, there's a 13 stack. You're going to Stockholm. So they're trying to weasel themselves around. So I'm going to keep all of my army really close together. The 25 protecting the 1 and the 3, just in case they decide to get froggy and leap. All right, so march on through. Augershus has been captured. Smilane should be captured here soon. You're going to Hogensauceland. They may be trying to pick off this 1 stack, which, I mean, wouldn't be the end of the world. We do need an army to protect the war goal, however, so I think that's going to be this army's purpose. To siege this down, take the war goal, and just be sort of a little pest. Let's move on through to Dalasogen. See if we can get eyes on that army and what they're trying to do. They still have to take back this province from the rebels as well. All right, so... Oh, hey! Look at Denmark go. Well, I think it's about time we did Smash Smash. What do you say? So 21, 29. That'll put them at 26. Yes, sir. Let's go smash. Yeah, there's 17 and 4, 22. Yeah, let's just pile them all in. I mean, that's why we have the defending army. And this is where the other crew went. Now, they do have an amazing leader. And yeah, they're trying to reinforce there. I kind of want to roll another general. We do have the space for it, but unfortunately, we don't have the military points for it. But we don't have any general other than our leader. So we're going to need one. Boom. A 2-2-4-1. All right. Edward Saunders, you are now in charge, good sir. Go smash if you can. And hopefully they don't take that fort. Now, are they going to turn right around and try to defend? I wonder. All right, Britain occupied Oppenlane, or Oppentite, whoever. Where are you going now? Ostergotland. So you are trying to be sneaky, good sir. I see you there. Let's move this 2K up here. And the 16K will keep right there to defend. We'll also watch this 22 and 29 stack. Oh, they're trying to evacuate. There we go. So they do have cannons, so do we. We're reinforcing with 29. They might try to run, and run indeed they did. So they're locked. Let's get this 19 stack out of here. And where did the army go? Let's play find the Norwegian or the Denmarkian army. Where's the Danish? All right, so what's the supply limit there? 39. Let's move out, hopefully before the end of the month. Let's see if we can pick off one of these guys here. Where are you retreating to? All around the world, apparently. All right, so another occupation. The fort didn't fall. All right, so 3K infantry there. They should reinforce nicely. There's a 1 stack going to Kalmar on the 26th of March. Can we catch him? No, it's a circuitous route thanks to that fort, unfortunately. So we need this fort to fall fairly quickly. Let's take this 25 ships and blockade up. Actually, let's head on down to the blockade down here, see if we can get some eyes. All right, so there is the fort finally fallen. There's the mission fulfilled to build manufactories. Whee! 1,800 ducats for days. Imperial Conquest, we need 1,000 development, so we will work on that when the time comes. Oh. So close. What do we do with these Diplo points? We need a diplomatic idea, for sure. Man. Let's see. I don't think there's anything to do. It's almost like we're wasting Diplo points, but we're also wasting it just rolling admirals. Now, how much is the tech? 936 of our 1,100. We could get a max promoted culture, and we could build up that Diplo tech before the next idea group. Why not? We'll lower up some corruption. We'll be ahead of time there. We need to promote a culture. So Breton is, let's see, 50 development, 36, 26, 26. What is the culture up here? Norwegian and Swedish. A lot of Swedish up here in Norwegian. If we're going to stand to take a lot of that land, do we accept Norwegian already? No, we don't. But we might in the future. All right, so let's go by culture map mode here. So all of that is Norwegian, all of that is Swedish. We want to keep going north because that's part of our North Sea trade node up to here. Would it be worthwhile, though? Is there enough development here to even worry about it? Oh, man. I think there's a lot more development in the Danish. Tell you what, we'll hold off on accepting that culture. We have plenty of money to spend. Any missions that require us to spend more money. We've done that. All right, we've discovered India, chart the seas. 5 fully colonialized provinces in Australia. Bengal and India. We've completed that, so we can't monopolize the channel. We create a fleet. 10 heavies, 30 galleys. Allows us to dominate trade, and then... Interesting indeed. I think buildings might be worthwhile here. or ships. Because we're at our force limit, we could build a whole crap ton of light ships to protect trade. And if we go ahead and work on the Grand Fleet, we have 3 heavies in our Navy already. We only then need 7 heavies, which is going to be a lot of moolah, but I think we can swing it. Okay, let's work on the Grand Fleet then. Let's go with the ships. Let's go with a heavy. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's all of our heavies done. And then we need to do 30 galleys. Okay, 30 galleys. Or galleas. I think we have... How many in our transport fleet? 22, so we need 8 of those. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then the rest we'll do light ships. Get those guys protecting trade. Might actually protect trade in the North Sea and the English Channel. So this is the naval revolution then. And plenty of money to spare. Yeah, light ships for days. So I'll put us up to 92. 96 out of 136 should be fine. Then I think we worry about buildings. Is there any... So Cambrai we can get a good tax income out of. As far as trade goes, nothing outstanding. The state maintenance courthouse, not too awful much. Workshop, we do have Cork and Lothian. Cambridge and Nantai, Leicester and Picardy. As far as the castles, do we build up some more forts? I think we can. There's no fort around here. We could protect Bergenshus, Stavanger, and Eggsden. If we do that. We also have forts down here protecting that. We have 3 forts there that are sort of really redundant. So we don't need any of that. We've got forts there. We've got a fort there. I guess we need a fort in... right there in the center. No, not right there in the center. We need one like right there on the coast. Yeah, so forts are good. Manufactories don't stand out too awful much. So churches... we can get all the .13s done. Nice. So heavily investing in the Navy of the future. All right, so now that the fort has fallen, we can move these guys all forward. We'll do like a pinch play here. Bergsladen. Just in case they decide to snipe the war goal, I'll put our troops on the war goal. Well, we can move the siege. Yeah, the siege army can move up here. That should be fine. We'll back them up with the 16 stack here. We'll keep the 1 stack on the war goal and let these guys do some carpet work. Seems like a plan. Seems like a plan indeed. There's 21K. Where are you going? You're going to Stockholm on the 21st of April. Can we stop movement? Yes, we can. I don't like the fact that that 21K is still marching around. Let's see if we can take him directly, and let's see if we can keep him from getting across the strait. Let's run our Navy up there quick, fast, and in a hurry. See if we can stop him from moving. Ship should be pretty fast. Then we can trap him on the edges. Go, sail, 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 sail. All right, so we are meeting. You've got 16, 4, and 1. We have 12, 4, and 11. So we've got the right width. Kind of. We actually need more infantry. to join us here. So you'll arrive there May 5th. You'll get there on May 8th. 6th. 7th. 8th. Go. All right, you're trying to get to Hagenland, but we are not going to let you. Our fleet actually doesn't need to blockade that, but I'll keep them there just in case. All right, so big battle here, 27 versus 21. They have 20 in their front row. We have 16 in our front row and 11 in the back. That's not ideal. We kind of want to get our infantry in there as quickly as possible. Hopefully, our cav can do some routing. So a good roll. Yeah, not a good engagement. A good roll, though. Terrible roll there in the shock phase. Our cannons are doing the work, but this is more painful than it needed to be. We can retreat, and that was a good roll. 2 versus a 4, holding out. I don't want to send in my cannon. 9 versus a 2, that's good. Yeah, we got him routed now. Yeah, that was not an ideal engagement. We didn't meet their combat with nose for nose, essentially. So they were already flanking us a bit. All right, so we can go after him a bit, but we will in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. So we're beating up on Denmark. We are making positive gains here. Don't look like the rest of the troops decided to really act on us here. We've got 29K defending that. We'll just send our boys back home. Not through that route, though. And we'll continue building our ships. We'll continue protecting trade. We'll continue taking Denmarkian land. And then hopefully in the next episode, we will be able to get our next idea. Definitely not going to be a military. We're falling way behind on military tech as it is. And hopefully by then, how is our colonies? Oh man, we need to get another colony up and going. I'll do that before I forget. All right, so we've got our 1K there, still defending, our 2K there. We could probably split off and start colonizing. Ooh, Santee. That looks good. All right, split in half, get up to Santee. Santee, go ahead and send the colonists. And that is going to do it for me in this episode of Europa Universalis. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.